Hey guys and girls, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of RimWorld with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself that great day as always. You may be wondering why I currently have it paused. Well, let me tell you, we're about to reap the rewards. That is our hat business. Oh yes. I just had the call that an exotic goods trader has made its way into the orbit, and I do know for a fact that exotic goods traders are partial to a few hats. So let's see how much we're going to reap right here. Hopefully, it's going to be a decent amount. Our people have put a decent amount of work into getting their hats up, haven't they? So I can only hope that the hat business is booming at the minute, but let's find out. So off the bat, our Devil Strand hats have made us 1,065 silver. That's not bad, although, you know, it took a long time to grow the Devil Strand. Is that really worth it? 1,000, you can't turn your head up at 1,065, can you, I guess? Alright, and we've got an elk hide, so that brings us up to 1.5. Our boar skin, 2,000, starting to go up, and our beaver skin, 2,264. Big uns right there in the box. That is amazing. The piggy bank will be fat today. 2,264 silver for making a few hats. I 100% cannot moan about that. Let's throw in everything else that we have. So our deer skin, cloth pantaloons, cloth parkas. They're actually pretty expensive. 238 silver is what we get back per piece. So that brings us up to 3,652. And we then have some more parkas and a Sinfred pants. And look at the Devil Strand pants, 401. That is a lot. But, you know, it takes a lot more to make that, doesn't it? So, yes. And here comes the big one. The AI Persona Core. 3,674. They can't even take that much. 8,993 is the max capacity. So maybe we will take back a couple hats, because, you know, our people worked really hard for those hats. I want to make sure that, you know, they get to wear a few of them. It's like when you make something you're really proud of and then all of a sudden someone takes it away from you. I don't really like that. So yeah. I would like it if they actually sold plaststeel, because that's what I'm after, but it doesn't look like we're going to be getting any of that anytime soon. Yes. Oh my lord, look at that money. That's amazing. Let's look at our overview. I wonder if it's updated. Not yet. Leave it a day and our wealth is going to go straight through the roof. It's going to be a very scary time indeed. And Roughchild is down there making more hats for us. Lovely. I set up another sculpting table because I want to be able to start making more sculpture for our people. And I'm hoping we're going to be able to start doing that soon. We've reached a bit of a time in our colony's expanse where there's not a great deal for us to be able to do. The exotic goods traders don't sell any of the plasteel that we're after, and that is pretty much all we're after at the minute. If we can't get plasteel, there isn't a great deal of anything that we can get. I need to get a load of that so that I can build the main reactor for our ship. Yes, the ship's reactor costs 500 plasteel, a pretty large amount, including the other bits that we have. We also have another minigun, so I might give this to someone at some point, or I might just, you know, sell it, but we have got a lot of money at the minute, so I'm all about that. Although there is a high chance we're probably going to get raided now. Someone's going to see our bank balance and be like, hey, they just got a load of money. Where did they get that money from? We got it from hats. That is all hat dosh right there. Hat dosh, hat money in the bag. That's what we do on a daily basis, make hats. Oh yes. Alright, well, there isn't a great deal for me to show you, to be honest, because we're kind of ticking over at the minute, and until we get some decent trades coming in, we won't be able to really go any further. So I'm going to take a cut. This episode's probably going to have a few more cuts than normal in it, because we're going to try and start working on the ship a little bit more. So I'm going to wait for that, and we'll be back. So just had a bulk goods trader turn up at the door. Let's see if they've got the plasteel that we're after. Where is Roughchild? There you are. Let's have a little talk with Subdrive Export Company. Hopefully they're going to have some plasteel. Yes, they have. They've got 326 plasteel, but that is more than enough. Boom. Look at that. 6,000 silver for all their plasteel. That's how expensive that stuff is. You know what? You can have £4. £4 and 14 pence or dollars for your in return. Thank you very much, Lee. But this does mean now... Actually, let's quickly have a look at our statistics, because I'd like to see if it shows our massive jump in growth. It would be wealth in total, where we have like a big jump. When was this? 1,000... well, that's kind of always been going up. I wonder if that was there and it jumped down. I don't know. Like, our wealth's kind of always been going up. I would have expected to see a larger, like, going up, but it doesn't look like we're going to be getting that. Okay, alright. Well, let's go ahead instead and lay down the reactor. Oh my lord, this is huge. I don't know where to put this. Can we put this like at the front? The reactor can be the front of the ship. It does look kind of cool, doesn't it? Alright, we'll do that. Let's put the reactor slap bang there, I think. Yeah. Nice. Alright, and we'll boost up the time just a tad and see how long this gets to do. So I've been changing this around. I've been trying to, you know, replace some of these walls with marble walls, just so it looks a little bit more uniform and a little bit nicer, because nobody likes random wooden walls. And to be honest, we've gone well past the time of needing wooden walls. I got attacked like about half an hour ago, and one of these walls went down, and it was just because it was wood. You know, if wood gets hit by like a big old bomb, it's going to go down, isn't it? So it's probably about time we get doing that. But whether we're going to have enough time to finish it before we actually leave the planet, I don't know. So now we need to start thinking about the cryo chambers now that our ship reactor is done. And I think I'm right in saying that this thing puts out 1,000 watts of power, like a ridiculous amount of power. These guys put out 5,000. This puts out, I think it's 1,000, so that's not bad, you know, that's a decent amount of power compared to these that put out, oh no, power about 750, these ones are 1,000, these are 3,600, so, you know, the thermals are still over 3 times better, but it's not bad for a reactor, right, if you can make it, although it does cost a ridiculous amount of plaststeel. That is one thing I would say. So, yeah. Did have a little bit of an attack a minute ago, but nothing too life-threatening. Everyone survived perfectly fine. It was just your regular average day, I would say. But now we need to start putting down the cryo-sleep chambers. Now, this is where it gets to become a very hard decision for me, because the ship, these each cost 500 steel. And we've got 13 people. Am I really going to spend that much steel? Like, I know it sounds hard, but being the boss of this colony, I need to be the one that's going to make the hard decisions. The decisions that maybe people don't want to make, but they know they have to make. That's the kind of decision making that I have to do. Are we going to save everyone? Or are we going to, you know, have to leave an unfortunate few, but we're leaving them with beds and houses, and they've got very nice amenities and areas, and I wouldn't mind living there, to be honest. There's Muffalo. Who doesn't like Muffalo burgers? I know what you mean. So, I don't know. Maybe, but we're going to need to connect these up. So, first things first, we're going to lay down a few. So we'll have one here, and one here. It's a lot of metal already, that is. Alright, so we'll keep going. Let's put one... Can we not put them like that? Oh no, they need to be connected like that. Okay. And that's going to be really awkward, because I don't think I'm going to be able to put the same amount on there. Oh man, that ruins everything. Okay. We'll get those ones built first. Can I connect to that? I can't. Can I put one like here? Oh man, that is going to look so bad. But I haven't really got a way around it. I can't put them that way around. And, you know what? For you people that don't like walls that are like one too short or something, I'm sorry. I'm doing it. I gotta think about the colony and our wealth, you know. I can't be spending money for things that we don't need to be spending money for. Don't need to be making more brackets for more brackets that aren't going to have cryo sleep chambers on it, because I'm very close to leaving people. I know it sounds very hard, but unfortunately those are the type of things that do have to happen. Did I just see that this says it's an inside area? I don't want this to be an inside area. Well, if it wants to be an inside area, I guess it can be, but is that really an inside area? Let's have a look. Remove home region. No, remove, no roof. Oh, no, it's not. We're good. Yeah. I don't know, that was just a bit of a weird one then. It looked like it just made a room, weirdly enough. And it does look a bit dark in there, doesn't it? Maybe it did just make a room for some unknown reason. Wow. So, yeah, are we going to leave people? Are we going to take... We got art. It's an awful piece of art. Thank you very much, Bridges. Cheers for that. It's called A Quiet Depression. I'm not surprised. It looks pretty depressing to me. I'll give you that one. Maybe you'll get better in time. At least, if anything, when you leave this world, if you're the one that leaves, you will come back with a new skill that is starting to flourish like a flower. You know, no flower looks beautiful when they start. They look like a little weedy thing, but eventually they blossom, hopefully. Who knows? But all we need to do now is we need to add those to it. So our launch report is cryo sleep caskets and to put people in them. That's it. So once we've got that done, we can launch the ship. I would like to get as many people on there as I can. You know, I'm going to try, but it depends how much money we can get and how big we want the ship to be. I guess, I'm sure there's probably a lot of you that are going to want me to try and get everyone on the ship, so I'm going to give it a go. It's going to be a little bit of a grind because we're going to need to get a lot more metal, but I think it's worth it. You know, these people have been with me for a fairly long time. It's only best that we give them the best treatment that we can. I think that's going to be a thing. And I would like to put another ship engine on this side just to make it look even, but I don't know if I'm going to do that because we don't need to, and it does cost 200 plaststeel and 400 steel. That 400 steel is almost what it costs to send someone into space. So, you know, I'm not too sure about that. I think we could actually even launch it now. Let's have a look. Yeah, we could put someone in that ship right now and we could launch it into space. But I'm pretty sure if we did that, there'd be a big outroar within the community because, you know what? There's... Ooh, a group of tribespeople from the Crow of the river arrived nearby. They were attacking and... Okay. Where are these tribespeople? Are they this way? Nope. They are this way. Okay. Oh, look at all those deer up there. Elk. I really like elk. Alright, well I'm going to let my people do their thing, and we'll be back for a little fight in a minute, I believe, when the Crower people decide to come down. Alright, here we go. Sound the alarms. It's time. Let's get these guys up and running. Any second now. There we go. Oh, I don't actually want you guys running, though. If people manage to get to you, I think we may have messed up somehow. And let's grab everybody. I'm doing it a little bit early because this time I'm going to make it. And let's get this going. Alright, any second now they're going to start swarming in. Here we go. Let's hope for no casualties. But, you know, if one did go amiss, that would be a cryo sleep casket that I don't have to build. Here we go. Oh, they're just going to get minced, aren't they? Yes. They don't stand a chance. I love it. I love how much they don't stand a chance. Let's bring this one up over here. Minty, you can come around the back. Oh, look at them firing with their little sticks and stones. You're going to have to do much better than that. Like, they're trying to run away now. Alright, okay, alright. Leave them be. Leave them be. Still going mental anyway. Turtle's just running and firing with his minigun on his back. What a guy. Well, there we go. That was very uneventful. You know what? The fights nowadays have become pretty easy now that we've got a decent amount of stuff. The only things that I do have to worry about is when we have the metal slugs come in, because believe me, they can be a bit of an issue. But except for that, it's pretty straightforward. Did anyone survive that? No. They all just got insta-gipped. Well, you know what I'm going to do? And I generally don't do this nowadays, but we're going to strip every single person. And the reason we're going to do this is because we're going to sell everything that we strip off these people. I know it kind of sounds really harsh, but that is that's unfortunately the way it's going to go. So we'll grab... Did that say capture? Is this guy alive? He ain't twisting and turning. Or her. Minoka. She's actually a healer, and she is alive. Alright, well, you know what? I'm fine with that. I doubt we can keep her, but the least we can do is make sure she's feeling okay before we send her on her merry way back to her little tribespeople. And we'll, while we're taking her away, she can see all of her friends getting stripped, which is very nice. There we go. And can we not... Oh, that one's reserved. Okay. And we'll strip Levargo. Yeah, I know it's a dirty business, but all of these people are worth money to us now, because all of their clothes, all of their bows, all of their peelers, and their little sandals are worth money to exotic traders. I don't know why they want stuff like that. You'd think exotic means they want some pretty good stuff. It is Bridget's birthday today, though, so there we go. Oh, we did have a thing drop. Oh, that dropped on us. Well, you know what? If you want to give me free stuff, I'm not going to say no to that. Oh no. And we've got free cryo sleep... that didn't want to come out. Cryo sleep caskets. Good to go. Oh yeah. Alright guys, well I think that's going to be that for today's episode. A little bit of a fight. Let's sort out Minoka before we go as well. She is a healer, and is she actually any good? She's very caring. We haven't actually got anyone that's caring within the society. They're all pretty much evil beasts. Yeah. Bit of a slowpoke, bit of a hard worker. I don't know how that works. She loves to work, but she does it very slowly. At least the fort's there. That's the main thing, right? Mining, shooting, melee. Loves the art. Well, we haven't had much luck with art so far. I don't know. Maybe I'll decide at some point. But for now, you can at least have a friendly chat. You'll get some medicine. But I'm not going to try and recruit you just yet, because you're also a difficulty 92, so you're going to be an absolute pain in the butt to try and recruit. Yeah. Cool beans. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm going to gather all of my lovely resources, and I'm going to carry on building the ship. I'm going to try and get enough metal so that we can save everyone, but remember sometimes that cuts do have to be made. Although I would prefer not to do it. Yeah, I would like to see a full colony getting launched into space. I don't really like leaving people behind. No. Alright guys, I'll see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always. And goodbye.